you talk about perseverance and in coordination with the dream. And to me, that seems like, well, maybe those are two different things. And in the story of Joseph, we see that those are one and the same. Like perseverance and the dream go hand in hand. Can you talk maybe about how that has happened for you in your life? How the dream has been a part of persevering?
Yeah. Wow. I'm like reflecting so hard right now. Like, oh my gosh.
I know it's something you probably don't
yes.
think about too often. But.
Well, it's like, I think the dream and perseverance go hand in hand, because without perseverance, there's no way to turn your dream into reality.
Yeah.
But then without a dream, what are you persevering for?
Yeah.
So they kind of work with each other.
Yeah.
So in order for a dream to be realized, you have to keep going and working it into reality. And in order to work in reality, you've got to overcome fear and doubt and criticism and pain and disappointments.
Yeah.
All of those things that can feel negative, but if you like flip them and you just use them as like opportunities for growth and development, and like how it's shaping you into who you need to be for God to be able to use you how he wants to, then it's all worth it. And by the time you get to your dream, like your ability to persevere is what's going to keep you in your dream.
I really love the quote / song lyric / album title, "Dreams don't live in pillows."
Ooh.
Shout out to Young and a Million. Go watch or listen to the Young and a Million episode. But to me, "Dreams don't live in pillows" kind of personifies the idea that a dream doesn't exist under rest. Like a dream develops under rest, but you have to do something about it to make it live.
Love that.
So talk to me about how you've had to bring your dreams to life.
Yeah. A lot of it's the practical things.
Yeah.
A lot of it's just writing your dream down.
That's huge, actually.
Yeah.
Talk more about writing your dream down. What does that do for you?
Yeah, I mean, it's the first step in turning something that's like you're not able to touch into something that you can feel.
Yeah.
So it's like dreams are stuck in your imagination until you put them on paper. Because like if you put it on paper or on your MacBook or whatever kind of app you're using, it becomes part of the tangible world, like our physical world. So suddenly something that's like you can't even see like becomes something you can look at.
Yeah.
So that's a first step where most people don't write their dreams down.
Yeah.
And it's in their head.
Yeah.
Oh man.
That's a huge thing. It's a huge thing. Whether it's putting it on your bedroom ceiling so you wake up every morning to see it, or writing it on your bathroom mirror, actually the physical act of writing it out along with seeing it every morning is going to, I think, do things in your brain chemistry that just, thinking about it won't.
Yeah.
Right.
So, yeah.
Totally.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's one of them right there. And then creating a vision. So it's like one thing to me, dreams, when you explain them, they're a little bit ambiguous and they're a little like idealistic, in nature, because that's just what they are, which is normal, which is awesome. It's awesome to have. Turning them into a vision, that's once you turn it into a vision, that's your way to communicate what your dream is. So for like those that you're wanting to share it with, you're like, they just don't get it. Well, they just don't get your dream because they don't see the vision. So vision's a great way to communicate what your dream is to whoever you're speaking with.
Yeah.
And then goals and those types of things. Those are some practical ways.
Yeah, so along your creative journey and your journey with your dreams, who have been some people in your life that have really been influential and have come alongside you?
Family's super important. And I'm seriously blessed enough to have a supportive family. So being around them and then close friends that understand how my brain works and then willing to like you said, come alongside and like support and encourage and even inspire me by what they're doing is huge for my life and for my for any success that I've ever had. It's backed by all the people in my life. So it's really important. And doing this by myself, I could never have gotten far because it's like if you're walking by yourself or it's like if you're driving by yourself and your car breaks down,
Yeah.
Like, and you don't know how to change a tire. How about that?
Yeah.
It doesn't break down. Your car your tire goes flat. You don't know how to change a tire. It's like you're just going to be stuck there.
Yeah.
But if you just have a friend like Aspen that knows how to like do everything with cars, she's basically a mechanic, then she's like, oh yeah, you know, while we're at it, let's just like do all the tires and like change your oil and like you'll be good to go. It's like, oh, great, amazing.
Yeah.
Those are moments that I've had in my life consistently that I didn't have. If I didn't have the friends or family that are changing my tires, I wouldn't be able to keep driving forward.
Yeah. I love the idea. If you want to go fast, go alone. If you want to go far, go together.
Ooh, yeah.
Has it been difficult to allow others in that process for you, or has it been a pretty easy thing to allow others into those vulnerable spaces?
Trial and error. Like, yeah, it's been hard. It was harder at first. I think the aftermath is harder than the first, like than the beforehand, because you're like, oh, I could trust you, and then learning who to trust and like who you need to be careful around was really important. So, I think when I was first starting to learn how to trust others in those vulnerable spaces, it was harder because I wasn't sure how to navigate it or like, but now that I've grown and I failed a lot through that, and by failing, I'm just meaning like opening myself up to others to speak into, and they're negative or they don't believe or they're trying to talk me out of things or they're just not supportive. That's hurt, like it hurt.
Yeah.
And so picking myself back up from that is what has made me stronger. But now that I've grown in that way and become more aware and like sensitive to the nuances of who to trust and who to just keep a little bit further away, has been easier to be vulnerable because I've learned that there's different layers of vulnerability.
Yeah. How do you approach feedback?
So feedback is a huge way to know what your blind spots are. So just because I've disagreed with people doesn't mean that part of what they said wasn't true. So even if it's someone that doesn't quite understand me or what I'm doing, and they say something like offhandedly, I can still learn something from what they're saying.
Yeah.
But the feedbacks, let's just say positive feedback, or like from a friend that I trust, that I've been vulnerable with, I love it. I need it.
Yeah.
Because it refines me. It helps sharpen me. It helps me see things I didn't see before. I learn from it all. I think it's a great opportunity for pride check, like a pride check.
Oh, yeah.
Which is good. So like character is huge when it comes to becoming who you need to be to carry out your dream. And getting feedback, if you feel a sense of pride once you got feedback, then you know that needs to get out of you. So it's like, it's awesome because it's not initially because you're like, oh man, like I don't, whatever, you get arrogant, you puff up, like you get pride. But when you see it through the lens of like, Jesus and how he wants us to be and how he wants us to grow and what he cares about, I become happier learning about it so I can get rid of it and know that it was there.
Yeah.
So I can seek like, humility and learn from the best.
Yeah.
Because if you're closed off from the best because you don't want feedback, you're going to stay where you are.
Yeah.
I feel like pride is your ego trying to protect itself. Like it comes up when you feel attacked or when you feel shamed or uncomfortable or you're feeling vulnerable. Like pride's the thing that you use to defend yourself. When in reality, it's actually hurting you more than it is actually doing something to defend.
So good.
Which is interesting.
Jeez.
Yeah.
About to drop this mic if it wasn't so expensive.
Just push it over.
Just-
No, don't
yeah,
do
just-
that.